Alright guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Galarian Gold channel for some more Pokemon goodness. Now today I wanted to do a video just briefly talking about this brand new Pokemon that has been revealed for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and more specifically the upcoming DLC. So this Pokemon is, I think, a pre-evolution of Terapagos. Terapagos, for those who don't know, is this Pokemon right here, and is basically the cover legendary of the second part of the DLC. And again, quite clearly is very closely tied into the terrestrial phenomenon that you see across Paldea and in Scarlet and Violet. So is this actually a pre-evolution? A lot of people have been speculating on whether this is like a different form. Is it just a straight up evolution? Is it like a cell in the same way that sort of Zygarde is a cell of, you know, you get the different versions of Zygarde. You get the 50%, the 10%, and then a fully like beefed up version. I don't think that's going on here. I think this is more of a direct evolution. So I do believe that this is a pre-evo of Terapagos. And I think that there's an even bigger version, like a fully evolved version that we haven't seen yet. And I'll tell you what my thought process is. So this guy, first of all, fantastic design. Love the colours on this guy. I love his design in general. But look at all these four-sided shapes that are coming off this guy's head, off this guy's ear, on his sort of neck, on his legs, the only place, and his tail as well. There's like four kind of parts to that shape. But the only place where there's a six-sided shape, i.e. a hexagon, is kind of the core, his entire sort of body, I guess a shell if you want to look at this guy as a turtle. Now look at Terapagos. Again, right in the centre of Terapagos you have the six-sided shape. We can't quite see the other edges, but that looks like a six-sided shape. However, if you look at Terapagos, he's got these five-sided shapes on him. So this is like a build-up, a progressive build-up from four shapes when he's a baby, five shapes with this Terapagos, which I believe is the mid-evolution, or the mid-form, whatever you want to call it. And then I believe there's some like almost unbound, maybe massive form of Terapagos that has six-sided shapes all over him. Because again, look closely, you've got all of these pentagons, the five-sided shapes with all the different types in them, the symbols for the different types, and then everywhere you look he's got these five-sided shapes on them, five-sided crystals. Maybe not so much on the head, but it kind of does, like that's five-sided and there's a little four-sided one ahead of it, but for the most part you can see the number of edges, the number of lines increasing from 4 to 5. And I think the ultimate pinnacle of this Pokemon's form is going to be a six-sided Pokemon, which I believe we haven't seen yet. So, that is kind of what I wanted to talk about. I think I'll do a sort of more everything we know style video, which is a bit more like prepared. But I just wanted to talk about that. The other thing I noticed, guys, let's have a look at Cosmog here. Very cool Pokemon again, and this is the first time that we saw evolution as a, like, legendary evolution, as a thing introduced. Never before have the box art legendaries had pre-evolutions until we met Cosmog, who becomes Cosmoem, and then either Solgaleo or Lunala. So we might see the same thing again. Terapagos could branch off into a different Pokemon depending on if you have Violet or Scarlet. But anyway, I digress. Look at the coloration of Cosmog compared to... Let's go back to the original. So I am now looking at Cosmog next to this guy, and I'm thinking they could be part of like a trio that hasn't formed yet. Like we haven't seen the third one, but they could be linked. Look at the glint in this guy's eye. Look at Cosmog, he has a very similar shape in the sort of smog or fog or whatever you call this, the sort of cloud that it forms his body. And so I just wonder whether these guys are linked in some way. But very interesting to sort of just have that thought. And I wonder if anybody else has thought about this or noticed this. Very similar looking Pokemon in certain ways. Are they linked, guys? Let me know what your thoughts are about this new Pokemon. It's very, very cool. At least I think it is. Let me know what you think, guys, and I'll see you in... Oh, excuse me! in the next one. I'll see you guys on Friday for the 7-star Typhlosion Terra Raid stream, plus all the Blissey 5-star fun that we'll have, and all the candies we'll get from that. So I'll see you guys on Friday. See you in the next video if you're not there on the stream, but take care. Love you, gang.